Hey guys, today's all about room fails, and we're starting with the living room. So grab your pencil and notepad, we are getting to work. Number one thing I always see wrong with living rooms, it's the puny rug syndrome. Okay, I've spoken about this in a number of different videos, but here's the reality. Area rugs have a job in a living room, which is to designate a conversation area. Now what that means is that you want them large enough and the right shape so that your pieces all fit on it and nothing is hanging off. That's the worst. Does that chair want to be part of this conversation, or is it really holding back? That's what you're saying when you don't have the rug the right size. Now here's a reality check for a lot of people. You think you can go out and buy a rug. It's not that simple, because rugs are made on basic looms that are certain sizes. So you get the 5x7, the 9x12, the 10x15. They're all pumped out at the same dimensions, or roughly that. But the reality of it is your room is unique. You may have a fireplace in a corner. Maybe you've got a big curved bar on one end. You can't use those rugs. Things are going to be hanging off everywhere. So here's the fix for this epic fail, which is you need to create a custom rug. What you need to do on this one is work with a vendor that does wall-to-wall carpeting. Wall-to-wall can be cut to any size you need and can be seamed if it needs to extend out into a certain area or maybe be cut to a curve. There's a million ways you can make a carpet fit perfectly into your room and be a quarter of the price of what a regular pre-made rug would cost. So there's your fix to the epic puny rug fail. Now, the number two epic fail is not understanding the scale of the pieces for the room. Now, this is a two-parter because you want to make sure that you get not only the actual size of the pieces right, because you don't really want to end up like this, but you also want to make sure that the piece's details, the arm width or height, the table leg, those kinds of details are in scale and proportion for the rest of the pieces as well as your space. Now, the fix on this fail is a two-parter. First thing is you need to create a layout. Now, the easiest way to do that is to use something digital like the DEZIGNSPACE floor planner, or something that gives you the ability to move the pieces around in the room and make sure everything fits and you can get them through the door. Because guys, you don't want to end up like this. Or if you don't have access to that, you can grab a piece of graph paper and just go to town with that. Make sure that the square equals 1 foot and work it in pencil, move things around. It's easy. Part two of this fix is you want to create a little mood board. I don't care if you have to slam it together in Word. Just as long as you see these pieces together and make sure that their detailing feels appropriately scaled to each other. You can see it right away the minute you paste it onto a little mood board and take a look at it. All right, guys, so the next epic fail, and I am so surprised at how often I see this, is people not understanding the style statement they want to communicate. I see thousands of rooms every day, and if you don't have an understanding of your style statement, then you're not going to be able to communicate it with your space and with your furnishings. You need to understand, are you casual? Are you formal and traditional? Kind of like this little glam room here. Maybe you're sort of casual and a little bit more contemporary, sort of Scandi. That's an easy one. Maybe you want to feel a little bit farmhouse. That's fine. Maybe you're transitional, which is a little bit of a mix of several. Just know. How do you know? The fix is understanding your style statement. Now, you do a little inspo on that, do some research, look some things up, talk to some people, or even quicker, I've got a quiz in DEZIGNSPACE you can take that'll give you some reference points on how you should go forward. So that's the fix for not understanding your design style statement. All right, the next epic fail, and I can't believe how many times I have to say this, is hanging TVs too high in a great room or a room that is mixed use. Guys, it's simple ergonomics. So the fix for this is to understand that instead of putting your television above the fireplace, I don't care if the electrical is there or not. You can put a beautiful mirror there and hide that electrical instead. But what you want to do is you want to find a space that is on a wall adjacent, that is lower, that gives you the ability to get that television at around 48 inches above the floor. Because here's the deal, guys. If you put that television up too high, when you're seated, you're doing this to watch the television. And then, I don't know how long you're gonna stay that way. This is not a good position for your neck, or anybody's neck, unless you're 10 feet tall. So the deal is, if you wanna stand up and watch your television, hang it wherever you want. But if you want to sit down and enjoy a movie in your snuggly living room, then you wanna get that television lower. Now, there's lots more of these fails coming. And if you don't want to fail, you want to become a member of DEZIGNSPACE. Now watch this video and I'll see you guys soon.